Hello, John M5AML here. Today I'm going to look at amplitude modulation on the Yaesu FT-991A. AM has been used in broadcasting for many decades now on shortwave and long wave and medium wave, and it's also used on airband.
Romeo, you're heading to Manchester, 118.580.
I believe some military services use it as well. It's also used in amateur radio, although it has fallen out of favour in recent decades since the advent of single sideband. There are many enthusiastic followers and users of amplitude modulation, also colloquially known as ancient modulation, as it is not used as much now and it is less efficient than single sideband. Radio amateurs using AM tend to use 160 meter band, frequencies around 3.61 MHz in the 80 meter band, the upper end of the 15 meter band, around 29 MHz on the 10 meter band, and any other band where there is sufficient space to accommodate an AM signal. I do believe there is some operation on 6 meters and 4 meters, and there may be a handful of stations on 2 meters as well. As long as you are operating within the rules and there is enough bandwidth and you are not causing interference to other stations, then there is no reason why you cannot transmit AM on a particular frequency in a particular amateur band. When operating AM, the RF power setting refers to the carrier power, and as the Yaesu FT-991A is a 100 watt radio, in other words its maximum output is 100 watts, we must not set the RF power any higher than 25 watts. The remaining 75 watts of power go into the 2 sidebands that are transmitted when we speak. If I key down now, it's outputting 5 watts, as you can see on the power meter there. The mic gain must be adjusted to ensure that the power meter does not deflect when speaking. So we can speak like this and there is no deflection there in the meter, but if I were to increase the mic gain, then the meter begins to deflect on speech peaks, which means that I'm over-modulating, so I can actually turn the mic gain down until there is no deflection. So around there is sufficient. When using AM, the Parametric Equaliser can be adjusted to alter the quality of the transmitted audio, although the speech processor does not work on AM mode. We shall go back to that in a moment. There are other menu options that control the behaviour of the radio when using AM. AM low cut frequency, the AM low cut slope, the AM high cut frequency, the AM high cut slope, AM mic select, which selects between mic and rear, AM out level, I don't know what that does, AM PTT select, that's for external control I think, AM port select, that's for external control, and AM data gain, that's for data transmissions. AM low cut frequency, low cut slope, high cut frequency and a high cut slope adjusts the filtering on the receiver. AM low cut frequency alters the frequency of the receive filter. Just demonstrate that. So 100 Hz.
Luke, to next Monday.
Radio 4's Story of America.
Not too severe, then 1 kHz really filters out that low end.
The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn.
I was sold when I was born, and then sold
Really basic with the
One man's story
frequency
of
sector
running
off.
from slavery
In other words, the filter is off.
I can tell you that I am a man
And really remove the bass
who has been torn
like
from
so.
his family.
And then the low cut slope, when it's 18 dBs per octave, it's a really sharp filter slope. Then at 6 dBs per octave, much more of a soft slope.
James.
Need to adjust my clock
9
there.
o'clock. The Metropolitan
Then
Yard,
the
after emails
AM
were
high
released
cut frequency
suggesting
works in a
reports
similar
of
way,
internal government
just at the high
investigations
end.
of the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein when he was business secretary in 2009.
You can really knock
After
the
his
high end off
correspondent,
there,
Bob Watson outlines what the commander of the
and
Met
you can
Police,
change the
Ellen
slope
Elliott,
as well
said
with
in
the
a
high
statement.
cut slope,
The Met
setting
has
60
received
dBs
a
per
number of
octave
reports relating to alleged misconduct in
and
the public
18
office. The
dBs
reports
per
will
octave
all
as well.
be reviewed to determine
Really
if
sharp
they meet
slope
the criminal
there.
threshold for investigation. As with any matter, if new and relevant information
can
is
widen
brought
it
to our
up
attention, we will assess
to
it and
4 kilohertz
investigate
and
as
then no
appropriate.
filter at all. That's really useful. Usual very serious output from Radio 4 there. So now I'll just take a quick listen to what the transmit audio sounds like on a separate receiver. 1, 2, mic 5, alpha, mic Lima.
Mike 5 Alpha Mike Lima. Mike 5 Alpha Mike Lima. Mike 5 Alpha Mike Lima.
There might be some over modulation there. Let's turn that down a bit. And then we can listen to the effects of the parametric equalizer. 1, 2.
1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 So there I'm just switching the mic EQ on and off. 1, 2, mic 5, alpha mic Lima, mic 5, alpha mic Lima.
I don't know if you can tell the difference there, but that's the effect of the Parametric Equaliser. Little revival of the mode, I think, in recent times, around 2025, 2026. I have recently heard transmissions on 15 metres.
Situation there. I'm interested to know, I wonder when they first installed the motorised pumps, were they direct or did they have generator sets, dynamos driving the electric pumps, or I guess some of these earlier pumping stations were just direct diesel engine-driven pumps. That'd be interesting. G3YPZ, the 30WV.
When conditions are right, you can hear Americans on 10 metres. There used to be a large AM following on 160 metres, and that's tailed off a bit now, but there's still some activity, certainly in the UK. And there are regular nets on weekend mornings and maybe weekday mornings as well on 3, 6, 10, plus or minus a few kilohertz. That's all I have to say really. So I hope to see you on AM one day. I've not yet had a contact on AM, but it's certainly interesting. It might be worth a try. Nowhere near as efficient as single sideband. A lot of power is wasted in the 2 sidebands of AM, which do actually just carry duplicate information, and power is wasted in the carrier as well. But the sound quality is really nice, and it's really nice to tune as well. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found that interesting, and I hope it inspires you to try AM on the Yaesu FT-991A.